So, last week, our intrepid adventurers landed in Mucksborough after meeting a number of colorful characters in the local tavern. They ingratiated themselves with some, irritated some others, and slightly terrified one poor gentleman with an unfortunate name. You learned from your investigations. Let's call it that. Let's call them that. I think that'll be the charitable thing to say. That
Adventures.
this gentleman has been cursed by the god of games and chance to be he has been gifted with a rather unfortunate name. So this gentleman is now called Arsehole. And in your quest to pick up good boy points, which is the colloquial term for marks of merits and rewards that you can get to potentially earn your freedom from this accursed and miserable land, that a significant bounty has been put out for anyone who can solve Arsehole's problems. And you have come here to the temple, the labyrinth of mirrors, it's called, even though it is not a labyrinth, and there are very few mirrors. People in Mucksborough are not particularly imaginative with their naming systems. They just kind of figure out, I think that's what's in there, so that's what it is. Anyway, and you have encountered a spectre in this thing, the spectre of good King Gerald, who has set a number of tasks for the crew to accomplish before getting their reward, the thing they've come here for, which is the Coin of Uncertainty, a powerful artifact that is not bound by the powers of fate itself, something that they can use to challenge the god of games, to potentially help Arsehole get his name back. Don't worry, Alphonse, you don't need to put yourself on that map just yet, because we're doing something different. So I'm gonna remove you. So after failing the initial question, Eldarin.
Yeah, I meant to ask, actually.
Yep, sure, go ahead.
Did good King Gerald actually say he was in charge of this coin? Because from what I remember, I may have been just writing notes and missed it, but from what I remember, he just rocked up and was like, hey, here's some questions. I'm attack you now. Fuck you.
No, he didn't. You did ask him.
You did ask him what?
You didn't ask him whether or not he had any power to actually give you the coin.
Right.
But, you know...
No, you just told us in the intro.
But he is like the only thing in here, and clearly has some power over what's going on in this place. So it was fair to infer, but you're right. You have never actually asked that question.
So do we know this now that you've told us in the intro? We just assume.
you could assume like the answer is pretty much yes.
Okay.
but
I'll just assume we know that then.
but that is an important thing to bring up, because one of the issues you had last time is that you didn't ask anyone anything about them, or their motivations or questions or anything like that. So that would be a good thing.
Don't tell me how to play.
Okay.
We got a mission and we're doing the mission.
Okay, so we'll wrap up the intro. Basically, it's like you failed 2 questions, passed 1 question. Next is up for Ratherseth, who is not here, and here is how we begin our campaign today. So you've just finished fighting zombies, and you fought those zombies for a while. Good King Gerald looks down on you, and he kind of cocks his head ever so slightly. He's still very focused on Camilla. He didn't enjoy the way he was interrupted. So being this kind of his station in life, he's not used to that kind of thing. So he's kind of irritated. He takes 7 and he beckons you closer to him. He's like, you two, the elf and the young woman, come here.
Okay.
Are you just gonna throw more zombies at us? Because if you are, then I'm okay here. Thank you.
I could do that from here. I could do that whether you were closer or nearer to me, considering you're standing near the portal to where my creatures have come from. He just leaves the sentence there hanging and waits expectantly.
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Young elf, rest your hands on the frame of the mirror here.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? If he wants to kill us, he could just throw my zombies at us, so I see no problem with that.
I mean, he could possibly suck you into the portrait and swap bodies.
Yeah, but this broken body, he would have no fun with that. And my character presses his hands on the mirror.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you press your hands on the mirror. A warm radiance flows through you. You are rejuvenated. You get essentially the effects of a long rest. So your spell slots are restored and your health is restored. So if you're doing it on roll 20, you could just hit the long rest button. Now you, young lady, you harbor much mistrust, much detachment.
Yeah,
from
weird
the
that,
world.
huh?
I think you might not be ready for the coin of uncertainty, for something with such power. I think you should leave, and I think you need to spend some time connecting with the world, aiding and assisting those without hope of reward, just because it is the right thing to do.
What have I done that makes you think I'm here?
And with that, he does.
What have I done that makes you doubt that? Because so far, you asked me about whether or not I would save a sacred druid or some humans, or people. I don't know what humans they were, and I said I'd save a sacred druid because they're a huge part of the world. And now you're saying I'm here for a reward when that's clearly not what I said.
Are not humans part of the world?
You're not good at listening. Humans are also part of the world, but as I clearly explained, I would save the grove because humans can take care of themselves and trees cannot. But you know what? If you're going to make these assumptions, fine.
Not good at listening. If not, is that the pot calling the kettle black?
No.
So he raises his arms.
I don't know you.
And a large radiance flows around you.
Bye.
I think you might need some help with this. Young elf, see what you can do with her. And with that, you both are filled with a not unpleasant, but not necessarily comfortable feeling of energy sort of bristling around you, and poof, you vanish.
Whee! I have a meta question.
And you are transported back to Mucksborough Village. So please carry on with your meta question. What's that?
For some reason, my character token was on 10 hit points, but it was on 2 when I left. Did something happen, or is that just a technical error, or what?
Nothing I had done intentionally, so it's probably worth fixing on the other side.
All right.
Okay. And, yeah. So you land, plop, right here. Slap bang in the mud. Eldwin, you land slightly more gracefully. Whether that is because he was more careful with you, or because you're an elf. Camilla, you drop ass first in the mud.
What a bell end.
Well, what happened here?
Okay. So, you find yourself back here in Mucksborough. And standing, not dissimilar to how things were several hours ago, are the guild agents, Trooper Grim, and Sergeant, once again. And she just looks down at you. considers saying something, and then just returns to what she was doing. Like, right, newcomers. Right, okay. Yeah, like you there with the fancy hat. Come forward.
Fancy hat.
Hello.
Right, name,
Alphonse.
crime.
No crime. Is there a crime?
I'm gonna mumble to these two. She just wants you to say whatever you were sentenced for. She doesn't give a shit if you did it or not.
Chet
Yeah,
gives
she
a bit
really
of a
doesn't
nod.
like us.
Larceny.
Sorry, what was the crime?
Larceny.
Larceny. Okay. And employment. What do you do?
Traveling bard.
Bard, eh? Okay, right. Well, I'm sure you'll find something or another to do around here. All right, okay. You there with the short one, the blockheaded dude. Come on,
Sir.
come over here. Name?
Chat Yash, infantryman for the Empire Army, Foreign Branch, Ironhold Company, 8th Unit.
Crime?
Let's call it gross negligence of duty.
Gross negligence of duty. Well, I suppose as a soldier, it's hard to tell what is and what isn't. Anyway, right? Okay. You know the deal. You've read your briefing, begin all that on the boats. So yeah, as usual, you know the deal. No party smaller than 4 due to health and safety and all that. So yeah, find yourself something to do. Enjoy your time in Mucksborough. And she literally turns on her heel and wanders off yet again to go disappear back upstairs.
I really do. I'm whispering to the others. I really don't like her.
That is a fancy hat. Where'd you get one of those, Alphonse?
I stole it.
Oh.
Hence the larceny.
Yeah, that
Oh.
makes sense.
Holy shit, that's worth grand larceny?
Well, it's a really
Whose
fancy
hat did you steal?
Also,
the
why did they let you keep
The
it?
Duke's hat. Yeah, they let me keep it.
Why did you only
As a
steal
power
the
move
fancy
by them.
hat?
Because it's a really nice hat.
Yeah, but did you steal like the rest of the fancy outfit, or was only the hat fancy? I'm asking out of interest, not because of the
Not
clothes.
weird trying to get the Duke naked? What?
Like hell, I do care about the Duke, but if the hat is fancy, so the clothes would be fancy too. No.
Well, it was part of a larger plot, so I'm glad they only got me for the larceny. I was trying to impersonate the Duke.
Ah.
That's just like pacing around the other two, inspecting them. Like respectfully, he's just checking them out.
You okay?
Oh yeah, don't mind me. Oh, by the way, and Chet reaches out for a firm handshake with Eldwin. Name's Chet. I didn't catch either of your names. And then he turns around to Camilla to reach out for her hand.
Shake his hand. I'm Camilla.
Shakes
Welcome to
I'm Eldwin.
Shithole.
I'm Eldwin, and basically what she said. Don't expect the best of the people here. They are
Yeah,
very
it
distrustful.
stinks like it too, and that's for certain. Where do we go to get a drink around here? Do you guys know?
Yeah, just right
The
the
pub
corner.
is like literally over there. You can see it.
Yeah.
Hell
Look at
yeah!
that
go,
little
let's go,
goblin
let's go.
fuck. He's an asshole.
Oh, you will have
Is he a
fun in
goblin?
there.
He's a
There
goblin,
are
yes.
arseholes here? How many arseholes?
Do you mean literally as in which person is an arsehole or which person is named arsehole? Because we have both.
Oh, you gotta tell me about this. Come on, let's go get a drink. Alphonse, you coming?
Let me
Absolutely.
quick brief. Come back up.
Okay.
Oh shit! It's you lot. Wow. Okay, you're alive. Well, bloody hell. Okay. Well, I said, 2 of you are alive at least.
Yeah, what happened? What happened to Dragon Boy?
I've no clue. We got teleported away, and he was still alive the last time I saw him.
Is teleport a euphemism?
We got moved.
what?
And we got moved like by magic.
I don't know. Going
What
out
kind of
as a band of
magic?
adventurers and only 2 come back out of 3.
You saw us plop down right here.
I'm just ribbing your cage, Elfie boy. It's all right.
Rick is stood in front of you, looking somewhat frantic. You can tell he clearly wants to interrupt, but for some reason he's being oddly restrained for what you know of him.
Say, Ricky, what's the problem? You're very antsy. That's not like I got to know you in the bar last time.
Yeah, well, let's call it water under the bridge. Yeah, shall we? We'll get off to a bit of a wrong start, and that stuff. Look, I've got a problem here, and I kind of need you lot to help me out because, well, no one else will. They don't really want to get involved, but you lot, I figure you ain't got any ties to this place, and not to be funny or anything, you ain't got anything to lose. So, we'll say you help me out.
Is this a problem that can be solved with bagpipes?
Do you know what?
What?
Maybe it could be. Should I explain? Right? Let me explain. Let me tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what's going on. I've got myself into a bit of a spot of bother, right? So, there's a bunch of people in here, the Harbourfront Commerce Union, and let's say they handle stuff that might be a bit outside the law, not necessarily like they're running around stabbing people in the streets, not anyone who don't deserve it, but if something needs to get moved quietly, something needs to not be seen by the Empire, and what workers need to be looked after, and they all need their entertainment and all that. Let's say they know a guy who knows a guy who can provide those services. Yeah. So I don't want to get too deep into it, but yeah, they're not too happy with me, and I need someone to go smooth it over, on my behalf.
So let's say we would take your request. How do you think we could be compensated? Do you think we could get some good points for that?
No, they don't really value me for good boy points. Like, I can help stuff, but something like this, I don't think they count it. But I've got something better. All right. In my time, I've been around. I've been around, and I've done a few deals. I've got a magical artifact that I reckon the guild would be really interested in. So you could definitely trade that in for good boy points or merits or whatever happens there. I'll be happy to give that to you if you could save my neck.
We're looking over to Camilla. What say ye?
I mean, I guess.
Wait, for
Depends
a guy
on the
who
job,
knows
really. Like, if the other guys, no, never mind. Yeah, we'll think about it.
I mean, yeah, look,
Are you looking for murders or what?
No, well, I mean, that's one way. That's one way of doing it, and I'd never, outright go and say, go and kill these dudes for me. But if it happens, it happens. Such is the way of the world. Look, Grimwald, right? He's the boss. He's the boss of the Harbourfront Commerce Union, right? There's a couple things you can do with him. Like, I'm hoping that you can just speak to him, come to an arrangement. Maybe you got to do a job for him, and he'll be all right with it. Maybe someone's got to get, if that happens, that happens. But if it comes down to it, you could always challenge him to the ordeal.
So basically, anything from granting a favor over bribery to things that should not be spoken on the streets.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, the you could challenge him to your deal. He can't turn that down without a big loss of face. And for such types, that's kind of like important to that.
You got any insider information on what this ordeal is?
Well, the thing is, it's different for every gang, but they all have to follow like a pattern of 3, right? So one's a challenge of strength, another one's challenge of like will or spirit, and then one is kind of like, oh, how do you describe it? A test of skill, really. So it could be a bit of anything. I've known he's a bit of a gambler, as you know, a lot of types around here are. So I reckon it'll be something to do with that, but I don't know exactly what he would ask from you, but it's something a lot like that. You got to pass 3 challenges based on those, but you've got to pass all 3 of them. But yeah, if you do that, then you could ask him for anything, and within reason, he's got to do it. Like, you can't ask, like, say, yeah, okay, I want to be boss of your gang. That's a different kind of challenge. There's a whole thing about that. But anything that is within his power to do reasonably. And him, not stringing me up by my toes, that's pretty reasonable. That's him not doing something, not him doing something, after all, in it. Not
I'm gonna turn to
intentionally.
the other 2 and say, has anyone actually explained the whole good boy points thing to you?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No.
I think it was written on a piece of. No, nobody explained anything to me. I'm just here. I'm just aching for a drink. What's this rat boy guy's deal? And I'm just like poking at rat boy, nudging him. Like, you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. How about if we smooth this over for you?
If you
can
want
smooth
anything
over some
done, you
good boy
ask
points
Lake.
for us.
He's grinding his teeth there, just at the poking. He's trying his very best not to be aggressive or rude.
All right, so we're here
So
for
I don't
20
know
years
if
or
I
whatever,
caught
right?
this. Why is the union actually angry at you?
Look, sometimes you do a deal, and sometimes it goes well. And sometimes everything looks perfect on paper, but the goods aren't exactly what, you had intended to be. Through no fault of your own. You go to a place, you get a thing, you return it.
Smuggled some shit. Got it, right, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Can I do an insight check? Is that what I can use? Just kind of like suss out any more information that I'm feeling from the. Because he's kind of impatient, right?
Yeah, well, he's very concerned for his life, but you can definitely do an insight check to find out more.
I'm gonna click it. Wait, that's not it. Where's the insight check?
Should be on your skills.
Yeah, it should be on your skills inside, relatively in the middle.
Wait, did that work? Sent
Yeah,
it.
you cocked it many times,
Take
but
the first
I'll
one.
take the
Take the
first
first
one,
one.
which is actually your highest. So
Hey.
that's a 10. I'll give you something for that. You're pretty sure his concern for himself is genuine. He is actually worried about his life, and he is quite desperate for attention. You can tell he doesn't like any of you very much. So him being drawn to ask you for this kind of favor is grating on him quite heavily.
So can Chet just like sling his arm around Rat Boy's shoulder, turns him 180. He's like, all right, fella, can you show us where we're supposed to go for this thing? Then we're gonna smooth things over. And then like Chet turns over to the other 3 and kind of like motions over, like, you guys gonna follow me? Like, should we do this?
Yeah. So, like, just off to the south, near the Muckrakers district, like you can't miss it. It's a big manor house. Like they're the ones that you want to be talking to. Like, there should be at least be a guard outside, but if you speak to him, he'll be able to like guide you in and stuff. I mean, if you're gonna go talk or anything, if you're just gonna go kill him, plenty of places to hide.
All right.
Camilla, that sounds
okay,
like the
and then-
house Dragon Boy was watching last, and was like, I don't know how to get inside. You remember?
Oh, the one with the little conservatory thing.
No.
That was next to it.
Oh, the big one. The
Yeah.
build house.
Okay, you guys have been already.
No,
Chet just starts walking away.
not that one. That's the guild building. Like it's like a good 20 minutes from here. Like right down by the sea.
Burning
Last
daylight, fellas. Like Chet just keeps walking.
Yeah, it's like oh, bless you guys, bless you. Like thanks so much for that. Thank you. And he runs off to do wherever he's intends to go. Right, if you're going to go there straight away, I can just grab your tokens. But if you want to walk around town and do some more stuff first, that's totally fine too.
I mean, I've been trying to explain good boy points to these guys for a while now, but fucking Brick Boy kept interrupting.
Should we just assume that you explain it as we're walking?
Yeah.
Walk and talk.
Should we
Should we
just
just do a
do
walk
that?
and talk?
Just do walk and talk, yeah.
Oh my god.
So Camilla. Wait, Camilla? Did you tell me? Yeah, Camilla. That's your name,
Let's
right?
assume I told you my
Cambodia?
name.
No.
Well, no,
Oh, no.
Eldwin said it out loud several times.
You did
right,
introduce
right.
yourself.
Oh
I
yeah, we
think.
shook hands. Who's the other guy? Who's Fancy Hat? I'm lost with voices.
Alphonse.
Hi, Alphonse. I'm Camilla. We've been here an entire day so far.
All right,
Gotten
let's
used to
go.
the stench yet?
No.
Yeah, it smells like asshole.
Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you about the tavern as well. So in the tavern, Asshole is there. There's some nice working lady in the corner, and there is Sparklepuff, who is also an asshole, but not called asshole. But we're
But
actually trying to
Sparklepuff
help
is the
her.
best.
Sorry, what was that?
Sparklepuff is the life of the tavern.
It's like Chet kind of walks a bit closer to the tavern windows to kind of like glean what they're talking about.
Yeah. So we're trying to
I don't know if
save
I can hear
her,
anything.
but in order to save, I forget what the thing was actually. She told us to go help Asshole.
She told us no. She said she can help us remove the curse on Asshole, but for that she wants us to get her out of her cage.
Yes, that was it.
A magic
Okay, so-
fairy.
So
a
we think
cursed
we're doing that,
arsehole.
but if you got a better idea, like I'm all for it. I'm only in it for the good boy points.
I'm only in it for the good boy points. I mean, technically, I'm only here for 20 years. That's not a lot for me. That's way more for you.
Yeah, you're old. We get it.
I'm older than you will ever get.
A woman leaves her cheese stand and sort of like runs off. She's like, excuse me. Did I hear you talk about good boy points?
Hello,
That stops,
cheese woman.
turns
You
around.
smell kind of
I
like
turn
cheese.
around eerily and ask, maybe?
So you're adventurous, yeah? You're
You
adventurous,
could
right?
say that.
Technically, yes.
I
We
mean,
do go
technically
on
we're
adventures.
prisoners who just have to go on adventures if we want to get out of here. But yeah, why not?
Well, look. I don't know whether it's worth a lot, but I guess it would count as a good deed. I could use some help, and it's kind of embarrassing, but like I'm at my wit's end. Here, would you be willing to help me in a matter of the heart?
You could tell us over handing us some samples of your cheese over there. Yeah.
Oh,
let's have a
yes,
quick
yes.
conversation.
Of course. Yeah, quick. She dashes back up the road. Here.
Cheese.
Yeah, it's a little cheese stand right here.
Just describe what the cheese is. Is it actually decent cheese in Mucksborough? Is that kind of crap?
So she kind of like looks over each of you. She stares at each of your faces individually, and she goes, "I've got just the thing." And she reaches over and she kind of like gets a little cheese knife, and she cuts a small sample of a very like orangey yellow cheese there. It's like, okay, I've got this mature hard cheese here that I think would be quite good for you, and he hands it to Chet. It's like, what do you think of that? It should have a little bit of peppery taste to it around the edge. What do you think about that?
So he takes a little sniff. Like what flavors are going here?
Think of it as kind of like an edamame type cheese.
Pops in his mouth. He like muses over it. He's like humming and humming. I like the it's very, very mild, subtle notes, bit of nuttiness to it. I'm
Yeah.
down for this. This is good cheese. Thank you so much for the sample.
No worries. And she looks at the house like here, and she takes a small kind of like slice off a very pongy like blue cheese and puts it on a cracker. It's like something more mature for my elf friends, and she holds it out to you.
I take it and I smell it. How does it smell?
It smells very cheesy. This
Chet can
is
smell it next to you.
yeah.
Amazing. It smells very cheesy.
This is you know that like this, you know, those kind of cheeses where you're like, yo, yeah, this is cheesy. Holy shit, I'm not gonna be able to just kind of like it's gonna be the main feature in
And then
any
the master
dish.
description.
Is it like a
No, it
mold
is, like-
cheese? I'm
yeah,
inspecting it visually.
It is like
I
when
have to
if
move
you're
away from this smelly cheese.
if you're eating something, this is going to be the main thing you're tasting on that plate. Your wine will taste like this cheese. Everything is going to be like this cheese, and we've all had something like that over the years.
Ah, it's mold cheese. I really like mold cheese, and I'm just showing the whole thing in my mouth when I'm eating.
There you go. Okay, but you know, enough about my cheese. It's like, are you all still willing to help me?
Oh, you've given us some samples. I'm up for listening. What's the deal? What's the
Yeah, what's the
problem?
problem?
There's a man. His name is Thrain, and he's the best cook. He's the absolute best cook in all of the lands, not just Mucksborough. Like he's fantastic, and you know, he's so kind and he's so lovely, and you know, he's unmarried, and you know, I bring him my cheeses, you know, once a week for his restaurants, and you know, and I just think he could do with a wife, and I think I
So
should
you
be
want to
that
change
wife.
him from unmarried to married to you?
Well, yes.
That's intense. Have you
Yes.
tried asking him out?
Oh no, I'm just a cheese merchant. I couldn't just go there empty-handed, but I think I figured out a way that I could. I
Ask
need
him out?
I need to grab his attention, and I need to show him how I feel. So I'm just looking for a little bit of help. I figured some stuff out, and I've got it all planned out in my head how it's going to work. Right. So first, I think I need to write him a letter. You know, a deep, heartfelt letter with a poem to tell him, you know, exactly what I think about him.
Are you
and-
sure he knows how to read? I hear these backwater towns, like not everyone's actually very literate, and I've not seen a school anywhere.
Madam,
Why, asshole is a teacher? Did you forget?
Oh shit, yes. Well, he was a teacher, but he got fired, didn't he?
No, he quit because he had to correct everyone that's not referring to him as asshole. And it broke him.
Oh.
yes,
I assume he got fired for saying asshole in front of the kids all the time.
yeah, madam. This might be, you know, rundown, but it's our home. We may not be, you know, the emperor and all flashy and everything else, but you know, we know how to read and write, and we have culture. You know, this could be a lovely place to live again now the wizards are gone. Yeah. So I want to write him a lovely poem. So I tell him how I feel. And then like I've heard that he before he came here he used to be a fantastic dancer. You know, that's what he liked. So I think I need to learn how to dance so that on our first date, you know, we can go dancing and we can do all of that, and I can show him, you know, yeah, exactly, you know, what I've got. But then
Oh, sorry.
starting
Chet
to
leans in
like-
and kind of like asks her, so how much of that poem you got done? You got any?
I'm
what you
like,
been so
while I'm hearing this, my character is like turning his head to Alphonse and like, isn't that?
I'm
guy
rolling
Bard?"
my eyes. Is this lady for real?
but no, and if none of that works, like this is a topper, right? This is a topper. You know, I think a gift of a, you know, a fantastic cleaver for his kitchen. You know, because he does masterful things with meat. And I just look at his tools, and you know, he used to tell us about all the fancy things that he had, you know, back his time, and he just can't quite find the right thing here. I sourced an excellent blade, but what I need now is a boar's tusk to make a really fancy handle for him. And then I think there's no way he wouldn't fall for me, you know. If he has this fantastic letter, you know, of excellent poetry telling him how I feel, you know, seeing me dance, and everything else, and then having to use, you know, something I gave him to remind him of me every single day, is perfect. So what do you think?
Just
Will you help?
romantic.
So get you a boar's tusk so you can look at his tool. Got it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be
That's
so
one of
crude.
the ways.
But I mean, yeah.
And she needs to dance. That's totally what you forgot that.
Oh yeah, well I can't dance, so I mean.
Alphonse, didn't you
Nothing to
say
do
you
with
were a
me.
bard?
Yes, but I don't do the dancing. I only do the singing and the performing part, and the bagpipes.
Crabs.
Well, that's okay. There's a couple people in town that maybe we can ask about it. I haven't because like I haven't approached them yet because I thought there's no point in doing this if I haven't quite figured out all the rest of it. But if you could help me write a poem,
I hear Longtooth Sally.
help you
She's a
write a
working
poem for
girl, and
sure.
she has a way with men.
I can definitely do a poem.
okay. Well, I mean, do you want to help me or not? Like I'd be ever so grateful, and I would definitely tell the guild, about what you did, about how you're helping true love flourish in times like these.
Just a quick question: did we even get this cheese woman's name to begin with? We didn't, did we?
No, I didn't.
So okay, Chet's gonna do the whole like arm around the shoulder thing. It's like, yeah, of course, we'll just add it to the list. My dear
She
cheese,
shrugs you off
sorry,
like,
what's her
so
name?
sorry. I would appreciate you not being so familiar. I'm promised to someone else, of course.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, you're not
backs
really,
off.
though, are you, cheese lady?
well, of course. He just doesn't know it yet. No, my name is Alara.
Ilara.
Ah, Lara, hey Lara.
Ilara.
How do you spell that? Ilara?
That's ELARA.
Gotcha. Ilara, cheese lady, needs help seducing Thrain with boar's tusk and dancing.
You forgot the poem.
She already wrote the poem, I think, didn't she?
No, I need
Oh,
your
no.
help. I've got some
Chet's
ideas.
writing the poem?
I've got some ideas, but like, would one of you be willing to work with me on it?
I can work with you on the poem. That's light work for an accomplished bard such as myself.
I can work on a boss task.
I mean, I could try working on the poem.
All right, everyone knows what they're doing. Let's stop being a bore and get on with our task.
That was a bad one.
Chet
Well-
just starts walking away.
Well, she doesn't know who of you is actually going to be better to help her with it. So she looks at Alphonse. He's clearly dressed as a dandy, but Camilla is a woman, and she kind of might think, okay, maybe you understand, this. Plus, of course, Alphonse walked away and shunned her cheese, so clearly can't be someone of any kind of taste.
I was gonna mention, you might want to purge the cheese smell before your date.
He
I
likes
make
cheese, though.
I make the finest cheese in all the land. He puts in requests especially for my cheese and uses it extensively.
Well, that's what he might want to smell at work, but maybe not in his spare time. Like his personal time.
She looks down at her kind of modest working clothes, and just kind of sighs like,
No, do not change yourself for a man. If he cannot accept you the way you are, especially when it's part of your workplace, then he's
I
not
was
the
just
man
gonna
for
say
you.
take a shower or bath before going over there.
What she said, Chet shouts back.
You're right. Camilla, would you help me with my poem?
Damn right I will.
Okay, so this is now going to be a lot more difficult for you for this one. Okay, so you kind of go off and huddle up. This is going to hang on. I figured out how you're going to do this. Right, so you've got an
I'm going
option.
to the bar.
You've got an option. You can help her with a roll based on performance, history, or persuasion, and this will change kind of like the kind of like way you're approaching, guiding her through this, what you're going to emphasize in this story.
Wait, didn't Camilla have like negative charisma?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is going to be rough.
Was it performance, history, or something?
Or persuasion.
Or persuasion. So,
2 of those you got a -1 in.
I know. History it is. I have 0 bonus in that.
At least it's not a negative.
Am I rolling now?
Yep.
Come on, at 20.
Let's do a
Hey!
Oh my god! Is
Classic.
that a nat one?
Natural one.
That is a natural 1. Okay.
Ugh.
Well,
Critical.
you have produced something with
So we
her.
start with, I am a fine lady from Nantucket.
Oh, I've already got it written.
okay.
And you shall see it in just one moment. Let me show this
Oh,
to
no.
things. So you've written something which, whilst she is convinced it is fine, but it is unintentionally quite insulting to poor old Thrain. So that should be now with you. You can check your journals
Yep,
for that.
I can see it. Shall I read this out?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So this is what you've got. Are you sure we don't want like an audience who's like my friends over there? Do they not want to hear this?
No. I trust you. This is what you've told me to write, and this will work. They don't know true love like us.
Okay, we're keeping it a secret. All right. Thrain in the kitchen pots a clatter. Sometimes I wonder, does taste even matter? With spices and herbs, he does batter. But my heart's still a flutter despite all the latter.
Could it be that my character can hear that?
Oh, you could definitely hear it. But you can see on her face, she is absolutely convinced that this is perfect.
I turn to the others and whisper, "Wow, that was a little bit rough."
I lean over to him. Yeah, that's not gonna be a good one.
It might be funny though.
Yeah, but I think we need to.
I want to watch it play out.
I do want to watch it play out too, but I think we need to do very well on the boss task.
Yeah, we might need something better than a boar, honestly.
Maybe.
So now I need to learn how to dance. So like there's a couple people in over in the market district who I think can help us out. So there's Doric. Doric might be able to help out. And then there's Malus. Malus might be able to help. I don't know which is better though.
What do both of them do? Like, what's their occupation?
Well, Doric. Well, you know, he runs a haberdasheries. You know, he does like clothing and sort of like all that some odds and sods and thing. But like, yeah, he's a really he's a dandy. Like he's got really fancy fellow. You know, he came here from the capital and all that. You know, he's very very flamboyant and everything else. He wears like clothes. They don't look anything like your clothes and stuff. But you know, they're apparently like all the rage in the capital.
Like Alphonse had?
No, nothing like that. Lots of frills. Lots of frills on his clothes. A bit impractical for all this mud, but apparently fashion is life. So sure. And I suppose if he runs a clothing store, then I guess that makes sense.
Can I just run like an insight check as to like rough direction of where the marketplace is or where the haberdashery might be? Just out of, like,
she'll tell you. Yeah, she'll tell you
okay.
and stuff. So you don't have to worry about that. Like you can ask her and they'll give you directions.
That's great. But what if one of us tie you out a dance? How does that sound? So we don't have to go all the way over there.
Well, yeah. You can do that. Possibly. I don't know. I haven't seen you dance. I
mean, dance is performance, right?
Yeah, like Malus though, she might be able to help us. She's an elf, like an actual real elf, like a completely like full one. She's amazing. Like when you watch her walk, it's like she doesn't touch the floor. She's so graceful.
Are you saying I'm not a full elf?
Well,
that like pushes at Elduin in mockery.
She kind of leans like, well, you got a bit of some, like you don't look like a regular elf. I thought you were a half elf or something. Are you a different kind?
Elf.
Oh,
maybe she's a high elf.
Oh, you're one of those. Well, okay. It's not the same though, is it? Yeah.
We're both elves.
Well, I mean, come on now. she leans in. She's like, come on now. Looking to the others for support. She's like, come on now.
Well, I mean, I think
I
Woodell's
just look
pretty,
like raise
pretty
an
nimble.
eyebrow at Eldwin.
But her thing is like she only she's very, very traditional because she's very, very old. So I don't know whether it would be a style that he would like. He might be. I don't know.
I think we should go with the dandy.
That kind of like pats Eldwin commiserately on the back, just like to say sorry.
But it's up to you. Like, if you want to teach me, I'm happy to learn, and stuff. But like, I don't know you, so I don't know whether you'd be a good one.
Well, why don't you watch and then you decide?
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
So Chet starts clapping rhythmically.
I'm gonna have you do a performance check for that to see whether you can keep time.
Okay, did it.
Yeah, you're hitting a beat.
Some campfire dances.
You're hitting a fat beat right now with your hands. You're doing it outstandingly.
Camilla's gonna join in. I have a hand drum.
Okay.
For some reason.
Cool. So, Alphonse, if you want to do a performance check.
All right. Yikes.
It's not wonderful. She's not particularly convinced. However, you could roll a persuasion check to see whether or not you are whether she is like willing to give you a chance.
This style is all the rage right now. I'm telling you, you got to believe me. This he'll go head over heels for you if you learn how to dance like this.
Yeah, but the question is, if it's all the rage now, how long it has for him been here? Maybe he doesn't know about the current rage, but the old rage.
I'm gonna say that she actually is
persuaded. This is very sexual to want this.
She is persuaded by the argument.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, all she needs to do is like wear a low-cut shirt and wave her hips around, right?
Well, now you're vulgar.
Elara is persuaded by your argument. It's like, oh, well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think much of it myself personally, but you've just come here from the mainland, so I guess that's what's in. Can you show me how to do that? Again?
So yeah, absolutely.
Right. Let me see. Did I do anything special for this one? So you have to essentially, yeah. So either again, performance, dexterity, or acrobatics is going to be what you're going to need to do to teach her. Teach her how to do this.
Yeah, I guess performance is fine. Hey.
She successfully matches your steps over time as you treat her to like gently and kind of walk her through everything that's going on. Yeah. So
hey,
all right,
you go, girl.
Now
slay.
Now you are going to go have to find a boar's tusk.